Alright, what's going on, y'all? It's Master Teacher Attraction back with another video. And before we get into this joint, y'all go ahead and hit that like button. Alright? Hit that like button? Alright, now. So, in this video, we're going to be talking about Nutrition 101, how to set up your macros, whole Reddit style. Alright? And I know y'all probably have seen a couple of these videos because y'all trying to start to look good for the opposite sex. Alright, if you're a man, you trying to look good to get, the best quality women. If you're a woman, you trying to look good to get the highest quality man. Alright. So they break it down in carbs, proteins, and fats. Alright. Now I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When I first began to learn about these things, this is what I started off with. But pretty much how I got my results and how I built my muscle, my lean body mass from 141 to 158 pounds. Okay. I pretty much kept these things all around the same number. And my protein was sitting at the time when I first began around 141. I always keep it around my lean body mass. And if you want to learn how to do those things, you can Google it, go through trial and error, or I got them in my course and in my Patreon. But either way, you got sources to get that number for yourself. And then fats, I pretty much kept that half of my other numbers. But to be honest with you, I usually do better with lower fat meats and lean meats. So if I just focus on lean meats, my fats is right where they should be, and my protein is right where it should be. Okay, and then I just eat to feel on the amount of meat that I want. All right, and then plus I got my secret weapon that I use to cook my meats in the Patreon. Y'all should go ahead and check that out if you don't know about it. And it basically gets any of the extra fat out. All right, because I do better with leaner meats. And then my carbs. I use my carbs to fill out my the rest of my caloric needs. So my body is telling me, okay, we're hungry again, we need some more energy. Okay, I go for my carbs. The carbs I like is the ones that my body agree with at that specific time, and it changes. Okay, sometimes my body is agreeing with cream of rice, sometimes it ain't. Like right now, it ain't agreeing with cream of rice. So right now, it's agreeing with these little banana bread things I get from Walmart, and I'm not gaining inches in my waist with it, and I'm not getting fat from it. Yeah. So right now, that's the carb source that I'm using. And then sometimes I like to get little pina colada shakes from Walmart, the naked drinks. I love those things. Those things are really good. And my body tends to agree with that as well. But pretty much that's what I do. I really don't got a set number. But as you guys can see, to go from 141 lean body mass to 158, you got to know what you're doing. All right. So, I got them results. We're basically just listening to my body and making sure I'm getting a sufficient amount of protein from my physique size, my current physique size. Since I got bigger, I had to start eating a little bit more protein every day in order to keep growing and repairing. And then the fats right along with it. And then my carbs, I just fill out the rest for the rest of the day what I need. Because usually I eat my meats in the beginning part of the day. And then throughout the rest of the day, I just eat to feel on carbs. Okay. carbs and then protein. Like if I didn't hit my protein number, like say I only ate a pound, and I end up wanting more meat in that same day, I'm gonna go ahead and have a second meal of meat, and then just have that with some carbs. All right, because usually I can eat usually I eat around a pound in one sitting, and then that second time I have half a pound usually. So I go ahead and do that, and then the carbs. I mean, you already know why, we do each way. Or another carb source I do is French fries, but that rides along with fat, so I don't do that all the time. But pretty much that's what I do. And I just pay attention to my measurements. If I'm able to eat something like potato French fries and them little muffin things or whatever to get my carbs, or fruit or whatever it is, and my measurements around my waist isn't getting bigger, and boom, I'm good. And the other thing I take is digestive enzymes, okay? Because that's the real main key to why a lot of people start gaining weight in areas that they don't want it, especially the waist, is because they're not digesting their food properly. Their digestion is messed up. So if you start taking digestive enzyme before you eat, you're gonna notice that even if you eat things like muffins and things of that nature, as long as you're eating it with nutrient dense foods like meat and eating a sufficient amount of protein, them type of carbs really ain't gonna mess you up, because you're satiated from having nutrient dense food. Having a little bit of muffin or whatever to fill in the gaps of your caloric needs isn't gonna mess you up, okay? Because you're able to digest and do all of them things. But I'll talk a lot more in depth about this as far as you personally, and what getting your numbers and everything in my course and in my Patreon. All right, because in the Patreon we can go live and figure out your numbers right then and there. Okay, but that's up to y'all. What y'all want to do. I'm here for y'all, man. So that's how I do it, and that's how I did it. You see a lot of other people have videos with specific numbers and everything, and that's cool for a beginner. But once I experience that and I start to look at the results that I get, then I can start to key in on my body and what my body is telling me that I need, and I can get those same results with even better results than knowing my numbers as far as how many carbs, how many proteins, how many fats. You know what I'm saying? So I want y'all to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? So I hope this helped. Y'all go ahead and like the video if you haven't. Check out the links down below, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.